Come on, boys, shut it down.
You got to leave behind you. You got to leave behind you. Hang on, keep it. Keep it. Just fine. Keep it. Go, go up. Go, go. Yeah, we press. We press. Left. Right, no, right, no. Mikey!
Get to it, Reuben. Hey, Frankie. It's one of Andy's groups, so I said it's one of Andy's groups, so they should be pretty well coached. But Andy's coaching them today. Drake's not holding anything back today.
Really? Well, it's just tartalizing bad things. I've been going along.
Although I have been here before when they had actually events going on here that they don't have the bathrooms open.
Really?
Uh-huh. Which doesn't make sense because they have good bathrooms.
ARs, are they just parents?
I think so. Out, Reuben.
We're up. No turn. Keep up.
Ooh, there's two headers in here. That don't scare you?
With Jacob?
Yeah.
Not now.
Okay.
Not now. He's through all his concussion stuff, and then he's been. They did a training training session on headers at Duke. He's hitting it different than he used to.
But if he's got that headgear, he just don't want to be the only one wearing it.
He didn't have to wear it anymore.
Yeah.
They took him off of it a year or so ago. They say the danger for concussions is more when you're younger. And to be totally honest, out of all of them he's had, the worst one he had was at Coach K camp.
Really?
Yeah, he got underneath about 3 guys and hit his head on the floor in Cameron. Fortunately we were right there at the hospital, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, we're not going to I guess so.
Apparently not. Apparently that is not in the game plan. Let's go, Blue.
Hello, sexy.
Come on, boys.
I said hello, sexy. I said hello, sexy.
Don't distract him.
We're in all y'all, it's okay.
Yeah, he was kind of staying out of bounds.
We were all fighting for it. Do we have anything else lined up?
Well, there's another tournament in April, which is probably the biggest tournament. It'll have the most college coaches at it. It's over in Cary. So,
Who all went to App last weekend? Other than Drake was up there.
Jacob didn't. He taught. There was a thing that he asked me about going up to App, but we've just been too slammed to go up there.
Is that Lee?
Yeah, looks like Lee.
When did he start playing?
He was listed as like an alternate. He doesn't play all the time, but he's listed as one that'll, if they call him, he can come in. He just doesn't want to be on, going to all of them.
Well, there's not that many anyway.
No. Just trying to get all the videos uploaded, and YouTube has changed around their stuff so much. It's a pain in the butt because you gotta get everything verified now, and it's
Really?
crap. I mean, they did. It's when they introduced all that demonetization stuff, all that, which I don't give a crap about anyway because we're not monetized. So why give us such grief?
Play. Mikey overlapping. Money, yes. How much they paying you?
Nada.
That's why I'm not yelling.
Thank you, sir. Just trust me, it won't be free. I'll do my best.
You put that in, Drake.
Who else is going to hit the ball aggressively around the ball?
Justin, good ball.
Took every option with the drop. That was good.
Come on, Jacob. Stay on it, Jacob. Good foot, Critter. Go, E.
Backside. Small goal.
Good, Jacob, down. Don't let him play over the top. Don't let him play over the top. Oh, my bad, James.
Tell him.
Tennessee almost lost theirs today.
Sir?
So Tennessee almost lost their game.
All right, I hadn't even watched any TV today.
They were up 25 points or something like that.
Oh, my.
And Iowa brought it back, put it in overtime.
No turn. Right around. So we only got 3 from Central on the team.
I think so. I mean, heck, there's not many more than that's worth out of Central's group.
Goalie's going to be interesting this year.
Yeah, what has happened with that kid coming up?
He's not coming up anymore?
I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about him yet.
Last I heard, he was coming up.
Is he that good? From what I heard, he's like, Region 3 or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's in the ODP and all that. So.
Sports, and he's moving to Texas.
Why can't he play?
Got caught, depending on who you believe, he got caught on drugs at the wrestling match. Lineberry caught him with it in his system.
I believe he did.
And it was, the word from the administrative side of it was cocaine. The word from the boys is all he had was marijuana. But see, you don't pass out.
But the thing is, these boys, I'm sure if you asked all the boys from any of the teams, it would be, it's just marijuana. I mean, the acceptance of it.
Because it's accepted now.
But it's not.
It's accepted at the student level.
You've got. I don't take politics. But you've got the left and the right, and the left wants to okay it, and that's wrong.
No, it is. Yeah, it is not okay. Period. I mean, this is one of the things that we've drilled in Jacob, is that I don't care what your boys in the school say. I don't care what your friends say. Follow what's legal. Well, I mean, I kind of feel for the kids in a certain sense, because look at what the role models are for them. And the county school system doesn't want to know when it's called at the school, because it affects their evaluation from Raleigh.
I pity in the next 10 years in our history. If we don't have a Civil War, I don't know what the answer is. I'll lay in my yard and shoot people. I don't care.
Well, it's like I was telling Ron, the problem is not left-right politics. The problem is we have no character, no morals anymore.
Well, left, right, but the problem is the people that are working and pushing are the extremists in both groups.
Yes. There's no moderate anymore.
No.
Or none of them that'll stand up and say anything. And that moderate majority is what carried things for years and years and years. But I honestly, I mean, the biggest issue we face has nothing to do with politics per se. It's all about character.
Nice.
Get it out of there. But yeah. So anyway, he's done. I mean, he was at the track. He wasn't run track, so he's out setting up blocks and stuff for him. But Jacob and Ruben said that he's already said he's moving to Texas. So it's like, okay, buddy, if you think it's going to be easier down there with that, go for it.
His parents got to move too, though.
Yeah, his whole family's moving up here. But he, I mean, we're not the most, I guess you'd say, liberal state, but that's not really the word that I look for. But we're not the most.
We're not Texas.
Yeah, right. We're not Texas, but we're not totally on the other side either. We're pretty much a middle ground. And if he thinks it's going to be easier in Texas,
Now, if he wants to get easier, he needs to just move to Cary. Durham.
Counter! Line!
so I don't know what we're going to do. I hope they get the Gehrman brothers back this year. I don't know if they'll get them to play or not. Probably not, because they did really good running cross country.
Get the who back?
The Gehrman brothers.
No, I was at a benefit with them yesterday, and I sat with his parents and he and the kids, and they hunting. Nope, they're done. They're doing well. Cross country. They're enjoying track.
Hey, you stretched upfield, you get that.
Good job, Justin. That's it. Hit it. There it is.
Keep them in front of you.
Good job, Justin.
Come on, boys. It's 18 minutes in. 18, 20.
Well, we should be doing full time. You would think we'd be doing full time.
I would think so.
Man, I hope he can get through his senior year with those cleats.
You what?
I hope he can finish second. I hope he can get through this year with those cleats.
Oh, Noah? Yeah, I won't do that for Jake. We did one pair for him because he was dying to have them. We're like, okay, fine, you're going to contribute to it. We'll buy these $250 whatever cleats. They did nothing for him.
Well, now,
And
ain't there heel, arch, all of that. He says, so that's, if he says it helps, hey boy.
we usually I usually spend about $100 on Jacob's cleats, a little more sometimes, but it just depends on what I can find on sale. But I'll either get them from Dick's or Omega. And Omega Sports in Winston-Salem.
Oh, okay. I've never been in Omega.
You can get the same stuff a heck of a lot cheaper up there. That was one that Ethan's dad, Matt was the one that pointed us over there. And
$14,000
It's but Jacob, when we started talking to him about it, one of the things I told him was I was like, look, we can buy you a high dollar pair of cleats, or we can buy you a couple pair of cleats, and you just make up your mind.
Right.
And so then he'd start looking around and find them on sale, and he'd come to me and he'd say, hey, Mega has one on sale. It's like, all right, let's go get them.
This works, Tom.
Stay on it, Jacob.
Good. So Jacob's going to be a junior next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that was a little bit of a foul. It wasn't intentional, but it was a foul.
No.
JJ to team it's going to be a problem. Probably have to put him in a triangle or something.
But he'll play for the school.
Yeah, he'll play for school. It's just for club. He needs to do something. Unless I can get him in an academy, that might be good too. I can get Coach Care to recommend him for an academy.
Coach who?
Care, the Duke coach.
Who plays at 5:15?
Yeah.
That should be a good matchup underneath. I mean, I don't know his name, that guy from UCF, that 7'6" guy.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's supposed to be athletic.
Well, you're going to find out because there's one out there that is.
He's a beast. That Bowl was 7'6". He wasn't athletic. This kid is athletic.
The thing that gets me is that 200 and some pounds, he can hang in the air for like forever. And I'm like, how do you do that? How do you, I mean, that much. That's what gets me.
Hey, you got one. Get out of the kill. Look at one.
Might need to come out of the right pants.
Hey, keep going up.
Imagine they getting kind of warm.
Well, I've got all the liners out on me, so it's just a shell.
Was that you about 2-3 weeks ago that was riding up in front of the school every morning?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the only one you'll see on the sheriff bike.
Jim told me, he said, the sheriff's out there every morning on the motorcycle. I said, well, that's Frankie.
Yep, that's me. Been getting some points. But every morning, man, all these kids.
Oh, yeah.
Every afternoon they're blowing the stop sign coming out. Every afternoon, everyone blowing the stop sign.
Well, they need to be nailed now so that they get in the habit of understanding that they can't just get away with it all. Because that's what they get the idea that, oh well, it's okay, nobody ever does anything, and then they get into something serious. And
Mano.
It's okay, Nate. Stay with it. Get to it, boys. Stay on it. Where's Jacob at, man?
Get in.
Good job, Ruben. There you go. Way to go, Nate.
Keeper having a bad day.
I'll tell you what, Nathan has a leg on him like crazy.
Yeah. Athlete here.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
Help out.
Come on, gotta get up there, man.
He's too slow to be up top there. I don't know him, but he's too slow.
Pablo! I switch it! Pablo!
No, but that was
Talk.
Play!
Hey, now we're out when we get out.
Justin.
We're out.
Jacob driving?
Yeah, he can drive. I mean, he's not driving today. I drove him up here.
Right, when you drive to school?
Yeah, most of the time. Sometimes I'll still take him.
Stay with him.
Depends a lot on what we got going on and whether I want to leave the car with him or not.
Oh, you haven't bought him one yet?
Well, technically, yes, he's getting mine. What I haven't bought is my truck. And it's mainly because I can't figure out exactly what I want. I've been bouncing around between 2,500 and 1,500 and the diesel and the gas, and I just...
But don't you do a lot of driving?
I do, which is why I was really kind of thinking about doing a 1,500. But I also want something big enough to pull a Bobcat. And my brother was like, well, why don't you just, get an old dump truck or something to pull a Bobcat and get you a 1,500.
You've got a Bobcat?
Yeah.
What do you charge it out?
Well, right now, nothing, because right now it's all torn down, being repainted and cleaned up. But I got it to have around. I mean, my uncle has 2 of them. One of them that he rebuilt from the ground up. But mine's bigger than either of his, and mine's an 863.
That's the problem. I mean, 1,500 to pull a Bobcat, 2,500 to drive back and forth to Durham.
Yeah.
Eat you up.
And that's why, I mean, I really am. Chris's idea actually entices me more, because if I can find if I can find a little dump truck or something for $4,000 or $5,000,
You can.
then because it's $30,000 difference between, or $25,000 difference between a 1,500 and 55. So financially, it probably would make more sense to do that anyway.
Good. Oh, bullcrap. Finally, a little physical out. I'm going to call 5.
And I got to finish up Carrie's old van and get that thing sold.
Is she teaching?
She's student teaching. I don't know what she's going to do long term. I know what she wants to do. I'm just not sure I want to do it.
What's that?
She wants to do foster kids.
I did it for years.
Really? How was it? You have?
Be honest, earlier in my life, up till I've still got one kid in the system, but I lied. He's over 18 at Sterling.
Oh.
Okay. So I mean, he's my kid, but he's not really, he's not in the system. So, but when I was 30, 40s, man, no problem. But now, I'm 13 months from retirement, and it's about me. To be honest with you, I don't want. A buddy of mine just got a darn 8-month-old Friday. I'm like, I love kids, man, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it this late in my life.
Well, I mean, it's a commitment, because you have to assume that the kid's not going to be adopted. And if you're going to really do anything to help your kids, you got to stabilize their life there. That's that.
I didn't see it. Thanks, E. You saved me.
Hey. come in, right shoulder, right shoulder. One on. Tommy.
Come on, fast, Kurt.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
Pick it up, boys.
Hobble.
Hey, come on.
Good jobber.
Almost dirty, says
Push out!
Justin!
crying happens if you do.
Somebody wins! Somebody's down! Push back! Yeah, Justin!
Sorry, hey, Lily.
Yeah, Justin! Let's go, Mikey! Critter. Come on, Dave!
But I will say this: as bad as things are, educational wise, I told Carrie, I said you could almost, if you're going to foster, it's almost better just to go ahead and homeschool them and deal with it all.
Well, a lot of the fosters need the socialization.
True, that's true.
Yeah, I did it for a long time. Pre-foster, you're running through DSS and you foster, well, you can't spank.
Yeah.
One of them punched Stephanie in the face. He was 8, 9 years old, so he knew. We were preparing for bed, so we were doing our nightly reading. They were sitting in the bedroom floor, and he was like, bam! Yeah. And he was like, so I called my caseworker and said, listen, I said, I spanked him. You told me I couldn't spank him. Oh, no, Mr. Young. He'd been like 6 homes already. He's like, well,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of crap, that's exactly the way I'd approach it. You're going to come up with the idea that you can do whatever you want because you can't spank you, then you're going to be found away somewhere else. And having said that, I will tell you, I don't think I have ever hit Jacob. I can't remember.
no, hit is wrong.
I mean, I'm talking about like spanking anything. I don't think I've ever done. But it's only because I haven't had to do that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Jacob understood from very young that these were the rules and these were what we're going to operate by.
Right.
You're going to be treated fairly, but you're going to follow the rules. And so, I mean, we haven't really had that.
Yes! Ooh!
Thank goodness that was a bad ball.
Yeah. Get to it, Liam.
Run!
Keep going!
Play on.
Good job, Justin.
Did you see a foul right here?
No,
I didn't either.
I didn't see a foul. I saw Ruben get pushed off the ball, and that's not a foul. That's just Ruben not stepping up there. Shut the daggone thing up.
No turn.
Gotta stay with it.
Well, if they win, they got to play Auburn, I think. But I'm trying to think who was the.
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas lost. I had Kentucky's in. They won. Beating up the. And Kansas lost to Auburn.
Yeah. What, 69, 67? No.
89.
That was Maryland.
Yeah. 69, 67. Yeah, so LSU put Maryland. Both of those two went the way I had them picked. It's not. Come on, boys, get the ball. Hustle, get up there.
Yeah.
It's in. Come on, Blue, let's get going. So did you have any of the Fosters when Noah was growing up?
Yeah.
How did that work out?
He wasn't a fan.
I can imagine that. We got.
That's time they deserve a lot. They got to have a lot of attention because there's issues, and so they got to have a lot of attention.
Yeah. I can see that definitely. But we had a girl that kind of got dumped on us. We got sucked in the middle of something, and I did my darndest not to get sucked in the middle of. And this is when we had Mom and Dad split. Mom had custody. Dad had once a week visitation, and Mom calls us. She's got cancer. And she's breast cancer, and she's working through stuff and so forth. And she calls us and says, can you take the girl can she come stay at your house for a few weeks till I get going? And we're like, well, yeah, that's fine, but we need to talk to her dad. And she's like, well, I got full custody. I said, well, that's fine. And so I made her sign a paper, and she sent her over there. And I called the dad and said, look, let's sit down and talk. I said, here's what's going on. Here's the stuff. Let's sit down and talk for a minute. I said, don't have any problem with it, but I said, it's your daughter. You need to know about it. And he's like, oh, he said, you don't need to be doing that.
Carry. There you go. Oh, God. Stay with it. Tell me. All right.
And he said, "Oh, you knew we were doing that." I said, "Well, we're not leaving the kid without a place to stay."
Right.
And he said, "Well, if your mom doesn't want to have her over there, just call the sheriff." I was like, "All right, I know where this is going."
Yeah.
So kept her over there.
Good. Good ball.
And we dealt with that for a while. And he tried to do restraining orders and all kinds of garbage. And fortunately, we didn't have. None of that stuff stuck because we just the attorney said, "This is bogus. Just do what I tell you, and you'll be fine." And we went through with it. With the kid now, mom has died.
Oh, yeah.
The dad has the kid, not buying clothes for the kid, not buying food for the kid. Kid comes to school and doesn't have any food, doesn't have any lunch money, any way to eat anything.
How old's the child now?
16. And so what I did, when Jacob came to me and told me and said, she was in lunchroom, and I asked her why she didn't need anything, and she said 'cause she didn't have any money, and I said, "Well, everybody's pretty something. I said, 'Cause we don't have anything at home." Now the guy's got enough money to go buy a brand new Corvette.
No, really?
But he's not. And so what I did is I said, "All right." I said, "Well," I went to the school and I gave Miss Feeser some money, and I said, "You put this on that girl's lunch account." And I said, "When it gets empty, you call me."
Well, I was going to say, just let me know. I mean, I'm not going to ask for a name, but if you need to give you some money. I know you don't, but if you want me to, I'm happy to do it.
Appreciate that, but that's, yeah.
Put it in.
Yeah. Good help. Good job, bro.
Oh, no, come on.
And she told Jacob a week or two ago, she said, "I would just try to go find somewhere else." She said, "But I might as well stay here because I know as soon as I turn 18, he's going to kick me out."
Come on.
And I told her, I said, "Well, you tell her when that happens, she just needs to call us."
It's hard to believe people like that.
I sat back
So
and
education's not the best. So you're probably not eating at home.
no.
So she gets school lunch, and that's about it.
And this is the thing that pissed me off the most. Before when Mom died, when she came over to the house, she told us both parents was telling her to drop out of school.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, "You got to be kidding me." I mean,
The mother died recently?
yeah. Yeah, I could probably tell you who this is and you'd know her, but it's, yeah. I mean, it was sad. I mean,
Come on now.
go, E, go! I mean, technically, I was related to her mother, but it's distant. I was just like,
Anything you need.
and the girl told us when she was staying over at the house, she said, "I'm glad y'all came on." She said, I guess I'd have been living in a treehouse if I didn't, I was like, that's no way for a kid to live.
No. Oh, there it is.
Get it in.
Oh!
Come on, Brett. Come on, velocity. Good work, Blue. Keep it up.
4 feet.